welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we'll have fun creating things using some of my favorite tools like the Silhouette and the Glowforge. Today, we will be using the Stencil I cut and the Silhouette, Armor Etching Cream. We will etch a design on this clear dinner plate. I got this plate from the Dollar Tree. Let's get started. This plate has a sticker on it and I don't want that sticker, so I will use this alcohol and spray it. That'll help loosen up the adhesive. And then I'll let that soak on a little bit and then I'll scrape it off, scrape the sticker off with this scraper, and then we'll be back. We now have our sticker off, but it has a ton of fingerprints, so I will use the alcohol again just to get the fingerprints off, any residue, oils from my fingers or other people touching it in the store. And I'll wipe the inside out too. We are going to be using the decal on the back side of the plate, so I'll make sure this is really nice and clean. So we have our stencil, and this stencil vinyl is really sticky. I'm using Oracal 651. And what I've learned is that if I spray my surface with a little water, that helps it loosen up a little bit. So if I put the decal on kind of crooked, I have a way to move it. So I'm just peeling it off. Let's put that aside. If you'll notice, I have a little extra vinyl on the side, and that way I can maneuver it a little bit better because you can see it's like really tacky. And I'll just kind of eyeball my design. And that way I can lift it up if I need to. There we go. And push down. You'll use the scraper. I like to go from the middle outward. Make sure I get all of those areas pressed down firmly so you can get a nice clean image with the stencil. I am removing the transfer tape. I like to pull from one corner downwards on an angle. We have just removed the transfer tape, and what I'm doing is wiping any excess water that I used to make sure I can get my stencil on good. And now we'll take our scraper and do the same thing. We'll go from the middle and work our way out to remove any bubbles, or as many bubbles as we can. The outside really doesn't matter. We just want to make sure these designs are flat so that we don't have any seepage. But as much as we can, we want to get the stencil on really nice and flat. Okay. Now that I have my decal on, I will remove my weed box away. I just used it so I can have something to hold on to. I'll take my napkin again to make sure I removed all of the excess water. And this is what it looks like. The Armor Etch requires you to be over 18 years old to use this because it is extremely strong and it's dangerous. That's why I have on gloves. Now the Armor Etch can come in different sizes. There's a smaller bottle that you can get, and that's what I would recommend if you like to try it out. I tend to use the Armor Etch a lot, so I bought a bigger bottle off of Amazon, but you can get this at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, places like that. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It's a creamy paste. It doesn't smell that good either. Make sure you don't open it over your design to get those little hard pieces. But what I like to do is use my paintbrush so I have more control over where the Armor Etch goes. And a lot of people have different techniques. This is the technique that I've found really helpful. But I first like to cover my design completely. Now, Armor Etch says that you leave your etching cream on for 1 to 3 minutes. I like to leave mine on for 5 minutes, and I set my timer to do so. So what I do is go over each area of my design, making sure I have everything covered. Some people use a sponge brush, but I like this tiny paintbrush because I can get into all of the crevices, especially with this design. And I'm just lightly brushing it over. Some people like to get a big glob and just let it sit. I like to work mine in to make sure every area is covered. All right, so I have every area covered now. So now I will set my timer, 5 minutes. And now during this 5 minutes, I will go over every area again. I will take my paintbrush and I'll go from top to bottom. Then I will go diagonally. Then I'll go from bottom up and then another diagonal. And I'll keep working it in throughout the entire 5 minutes. All right, time's up. I'll turn this off. Let's close up our Armor Etch. Now we move on to the sink so we can wash it off. All right, we are now at the sink. What we're going to do is wash this off. I use my paintbrush to help wipe off some of the Armor Etching cream. It also helps to clean my paintbrush a little bit too at the same time. Make sure you wear your gloves. This stuff is really strong. The cream has been removed. It looks like there's nothing there, but trust me, it is there. Okay, we are now away from the sink, and what I will do is dry off my plate. And we can now remove our gloves. Now it's time to remove the stencil. And here you have it, a cute plate that we have just elevated using a stencil and Armor Etch cream. And this is what it looks like using a salad plate. It is now time to change our love sign. We had our Easter egg up last. We will remove it. It has a magnet so we can change it for every season. And now we have this cute butterfly. I also put the magnet on already. And that way it's interchangeable for every season. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today and you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, subscribe down below, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a new video. I'd love to hear your comments, so keep them coming. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Let me also know if you want to try this Armor Etching cream. It is so easy. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Love it, love it, love it.